Hey folks, Kaya here. I Should Roll will always be free to listen to, but it's not free to make. So please consider supporting us by subscribing to our Ko-fi at ko-fi.com/Intergalactic Improv Initiative. You'll find the link in the show notes. As a stellar streamer, you'll receive exclusive bonus content and our enduring gratitude. Tiers start at $2 per month. See you on Calliope Station.
Correctly with the correct amount.
D20 Radio, where gamers roll.
www.d20radio.com.
A podcast by the Intergalactic Improv Initiative. Cupid's Labyrinth, Episode 1, Trivia Night. Featuring the voices of Amanda Cotter, Hans Cummings, Maria Damianou, Lea Lawson, and creator Kaya Renwick. No one will ever win the battle of the sexes. There's too much fraternizing with the enemy. I Should Roll. You are listening to the first of 2 episodes, which comprise the live-streamed one-shot the I Should Roll cast did to kick off our 24-hour charity live stream in February 2025 to support the Trevor Project. If you weren't around for that live stream, then you get to experience the hilarity that ensued to start that live stream off. If you were, then I hope this is a wonderful blast from the past. We were able to raise $2,500 USD for the Trevor Project in that 24-hour period, and we will always be grateful to the incredible fans who supported us in that day to in turn support an absolutely fantastic cause which is near and dear to our hearts. Without further ado, Cupid's Labyrinth.
February 14th, 2190, Terran Universal Coordinated Calendar. Widow System, Serpent Nebula. The Citadel, Zakara Ward, Tamaru's Emporium.
Tamaru the Elcor is quite possibly Earth's biggest fangirl. Now, she was a Commander Shepard fan first, and she might admit to a little bit of side shipping when the passion really takes her, but her OTP has always been and will always be Shakarian. She is happiest when devouring the latest extranet articles about her favorite couple, and she doesn't give a damn whether any of what she's reading is true. Or, to be more specific, she cares about whether it's true, but she has horrendous critical thinking skills and pretty much believes everything she reads is true. After all, it's on the extranet. People don't lie on the extranet. That would be crazy. Her passion for this pastime is such that she feels she must share it with the galaxy. Shared joy is, after all, the best gift a person can give, and it's especially needed in these years after the Reaper War. Now, Tamaru already owned the Citadel's biggest shopping center before the Reapers came, proudly established in 2090 when she and her clade inherited their father's business. And while it did take some time for business to pick up again after the relays restarted and the Citadel reopened, it is back to booming by the time our story begins. The galactic population occasionally struggles to find joy in this post-war society, and Tamaru can hardly blame them. So she does her best to cheer everyone up instead, through the therapeutic power of shopping and fair wages and benefits. You may have heard tell of her month-long celebration of Christmas, where 7 floors were revamped to pay homage to the human holiday with questionable accuracy. Tamaru, while being enthusiastic, is, I will remind you, very bad at determining truth and falsehood when it comes to information on the extranet. As a result, her decoration instructions are a piecemeal smorgasbord of misconstrued traditions. Her Valentine's Day festival has been no different. Every day for the past 2 weeks, 4 random people present in the store near closing time are selected to participate in Cupid's Labyrinth, a virtual reality competition that has fully taken over Floor 40, which has already been set aside for virtual reality and simulated games. These 4 lucky contestants selected by OmniTool are brought to Floor 39. They are given a basket and 15 minutes to select anything they think will be helpful in the upcoming competition. Now, what's on floor 39, you ask? Well, let's let the store VI tell you.
Welcome to level 39, Adult Toys and Entertainment. Beyond providing the single biggest dedicated shopping space for explicit products for all species on the Citadel, this floor also offers entertainment and games for many other mature pursuits, including the Citadel's best-stocked tabletop, miniature, and board game section. We also stock a huge selection of robotics, brain puzzles, group and solo games. Whatever you enjoy in your leisure time as a mature member of your species, you can find it at Tamaru's.
Floor 39 of Tamaru's is split 60-40, with 60% of the floor being taken up by non-erotic toys and games, and the other 40% is separated by 2 layers of floor-to-ceiling curtains, one beaded, one velvet. Beyond that, well, beyond the curtains is a wonderland of erotica and explicit toys for every species in the galaxy. If you can dream it, it exists. And since this is a charity livestream, we are not going to go into great detail yet.
But we'll get there.
We joined the story on the last day of the competition. Our 4 contestants have been chosen, and they have already filled their baskets. Let's meet them now.
This one's name is Bobmondian. We are like as if Lisa Frank has created a Hanar. Very colorful, pink, blues, and an iridescent rainbow. We are humble art streamer known across the galaxy. And we're here alone, just looking to share that joy that Tamaru has promised us. We'll see what happens.
Let's meet Nadira.
Hi, I'm Nadira Tamai. I am an Asari security guard here at Tamaru's. I've been working here for a while now. I started on the Krampus squad back in Christmas celebratory times. My ex is somewhere around the store. Cashier, you might know her. Her name is Maven. And, well, guess my number got pulled in this lottery, so we'll see how things go. I'm an Asari. I'm still in my maiden phase. I'm around 60 years old-ish. And I am around 5'8". I'm about 2 yawns tall. Very sturdy. Very blue. And very into combat boots.
Okay, let's meet Lailisi.
Me? Hi. My name is, I suppose I should give you my full name to be formal. It is Jeto Salvuan Senatai Olani Lailisi. Or you can just call me Lailisi. Or Leo. I am 5'6". I weigh about 45, and I'm ace arrow. She, her. My coloring is amber, my lower face is like a peach color, and I have capri blue freckles on my body. One of my horns has a few scars. I don't know how I got them, but it's okay. And I'm dressed in lightweight wrapped clothing that's bamboo-esque, but also there's a little bit of tech flowing in there. And I run a store that is on Nos Astra in Ilium, and it is with my partner, Zanzesh Narvara, and we're called Obscure Innovations. But please, don't try and book any appointments, because you won't get one. It just happens. But hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. All right, and finally, Elfest, would you introduce yourself to our listeners?
Me? Wait, I'm Elfest. Elfest. Wait, that's a Christmas name. You should probably call me Cherubist or Cupidist or Valentine. Why does Valen get his own time? That's bullshit. I did more than Valen did. But look at this cool toga I found in the costume section, and all the hearts on the sash. And it's a little short, so don't look at the hearts on my silk boxers.
God, Elfest. I feel like we should.
And then the laurel wreath with the hearts.
For those
And check out this cool bow I got. The arrows have hearts on them too. Aha.
For those who have not listened to A Citadel Carol, Elfest is a Vorcha. There we have it. Okay, all right, we have introduced our 4 contestants. So you all were taken aside by another Tamaru's employee. They all look very tired of this. This is a very silly thing, but we are all used to Tamaru doing very silly things. So, you are all quietly taken aside and brought up to floor 34. And then you are set free to pick up whatever you want in the course of 15 minutes. You all have your list. And then once you have finished your list, you are brought up the elevator one more floor to floor 35, the virtual reality and sim room floor. This floor has been basically fully cleared out for the last 2 weeks. They've put whatever stock goes anywhere else onto different floors, so people can, of course, still buy these things, but this floor has been dedicated to Cupid's Labyrinth for the last couple of weeks. As you come up into the elevator, well, I will give you guys a couple of minutes as you're all together. You are all brought to the elevator, and this is the first time you guys get to meet each other. So I will cede the floor while we ride the elevator, and you guys can properly meet each other.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
You're very chipper.
That's just my voice. That wasn't a question, by the way. It just does that?
That's delightful.
Greetings.
I'm Nadira, security guard here.
Oh, you're on the job. Are we supposed to be disturbing you, or this is cool?
Oh well, I'm not technically on the job right now. I may be on the job right now. But I'm definitely supposed to be doing this right now.
Oh, cool. I was here to meet someone to do it.
I don't know what Elfest is supposed to be doing, ever.
Does Elfest ever know what he's supposed to be doing?
No, not really. No, Elfest is in charge of employee morale.
Well, you're doing a number on me, Elfest.
He has a helper. He reaches into his toga and he pulls out a little owl puppet.
Hey, do you remember any of these people's names?
Where do you keep getting these things?
Do you remember any of these people's names? No? Booble can't remember your names, so I'm just gonna call you Asari, Long Name Solarian, and Hanar.
Hi, Booble.
Booble only talks to Elfest.
Of course he does.
Yes, okay.
Got it.
He is wise. He wants to know how many licks it takes to get to the center of candy.
Hanar. Sorry, I don't know your name, but I really like your blue. All your little swirls. It's glorious.
These are quite glowy.
This one blushes.
Oh.
Most of the times, this one is complimenting on other people. Currently, we're drawing you guys.
You're drawing us?
Could you possibly stand?
Now?
Of course. All the time. This one must always practice their skills.
Ooh, agreed.
Would you like to see? Nadira, is it?
Yes.
This one's Bobmondian. I started a portrait of you.
That's very kind of you.
As we're having this conversation, the elevator doors slide open into darkness. Now, every floor of Tamaru's is approximately the size of 2 American football fields, or 1 Canadian soccer field. In the center is the bank of elevators that you guys just came up. There are staircases in all 4 corners. The front of each floor is all windows looking out onto the Citadel. On the sim floor, however, these are blacked out so that it doesn't mess with the lighting for the projections. And then there's a service elevator on the back wall, and then 2 smaller elevators on the far side walls. So you are in a huge, empty, black holodeck, for lack of a better term. As you step out, an avatar appears in front of you of an Asari wearing an outfit actually quite similar to Elfest's, although better fitting and lacking the heart boxers.
Toga pals.
And she waves, says, "Welcome to my labyrinth. You are the luckiest of everyone in the store.
Are you ready to meet my challenges so that you can be my Valentine?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm good.
It's a very skeptical yes.
This one would like a Valentine.
No.
The apparition, the avatar, doesn't really seem to be paying much attention to you guys. In fact, she's actually kind of like staring between you all. Pretty evidently like a pre-programmed sort of thing. Not even quite a VI to be interacted with. Just an avatar. This saccharine smile stays up, and she's blue, but like sort of like an off teal, kind of like the projectors aren't quite calibrated right. Or maybe it's just that her white toga and her red heart scarf and things are throwing off the color calibration. Who knows? Tamaru's, while having everything, does not always have the best quality of everything. She tries. This saccharine smile continues, and she waits the appropriate amount of time for you all to make your comments. And then she gestures widely to the floor in general, and as she does so, walls start appearing around you as the labyrinth grows from the ground. And it goes floor to ceiling, and while Tamaru's is large, it is also very high ceilinged. Think about like a huge department store, like a Walmart or something, very tall ceilings. And very soon you guys are in a maze, and the Cupid Asari avatar is nowhere to be seen, but her chipper voice comes through the intercom speakers and says, "You'll have to work together to find me. Won't you be my Valentine?" What are you guys gonna do?
All right, well, if Bob wants a Valentine, I'm gonna get Bob the Valentine.
This one is touched.
Just careful touching me. I don't know, if you're secreting anything right now. Are you secreting anything right now?
I believe so.
Only if you ask this one. However, we only have a limited supply.
Okay, good to know.
Booble says go left.
All right, for once, Booble and I agree.
It's straightforward. You gotta get in.
What do the entrances around us look like into the maze?
You are just at the center of a maze. The walls are... Oh, do any of you remember the old, I think it was Windows 95 screensaver that was like the 3D maze?
Oh, yes. Yes!
It's very much like that. So we're sort of in this like 16-bit
Wow.
color 3D maze where the texture that is chosen on all the walls is... There's so many hearts. It's like tessellated hearts and Cupid bows. It's in bright pinks and reds and purples and whites. And the floor and ceiling are the same. You are in this 3D, 360-degree hellscape of Valentine's hearts.
Oh man, who programmed this? I could fix it. I could definitely fix it.
Are you trying to?
No, I can't see the wall. I need to find a panel.
I mean, do you need to investigate check?
We have skills for these things.
We do! Leah just forgot because it's 4 a.m.
That's fair, yes, yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, some of us has skills for this.
Yeah, I've got skills for this. Let's go. So I rolled. I got 28.
Jesus.
Wow.
Okay, so with that 28, you immediately figure out that you were in the middle of the floor. So your best bet is going to be to literally turn around and find the elevator, and there may be a control panel there. Sure enough, there is. So you have found a control panel with no problem on the elevator, which does look like everything else. What are you doing with it? What are you trying to do?
I think I'm trying to make the walls go a little more translucent so we can see our way through quicker. I won't call it opaque.
Yeah, it's going to be a hacking roll. Yeah.
I put my hand on Lailisi.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I was going to give you the help action, but...
You don't need to. I got a 20.
Nat 20?
I got a nat 20.
All right.
Damn!
You are so...
33.
33?
33.
33!
Solarian's got skills.
I need to know how we'll talk about this later.
Okay, so with a 33 hacking, you managed to reroute through the elevator control panel to get through to the environmental controls for the whole floor. I think you pretty quickly realized that you could probably hack into the entire mainframe, that like Tamaru's security maybe leaves something a little bit to be desired.
Hey.
You see there's a brief flash of something that's like, there was some weird code in there, but then it's gone. Because I'm not going to make you play two characters at once, even though that would be very cruel of me.
Oh, I mean.
You now have full control of the maze.
Oh, shit.
What do you want to do?
Oh, did I just end the one shot?
Oh, no. You have not ended the one shot, trust me.
Ooh, yes. This is much too easy. Well, you two. And she points at Nadira and Cherubist. Do you know how this game works? What should I be doing with this?
Do I know how this game works? Absolutely not.
You work here.
Do I want you to bring down everything except the one path that we need to take to get to the end of this maze? Absolutely yes.
Ooh, like it lights up on the floor and we can just go brrr.
Sure, if that's a way to work. Bring down the walls, light up the floor, do whatever you want.
Brrr. I want to brrr.
Away.
Okay, I'll do that. Thanks.
Are you taking the walls down, or are you giving yourself a path?
I presume the walls have to go down so we can see the path.
Well, I mean, you could give yourself you could do like the glowy video game thing where you have like the path to follow, or you could just literally bring down the walls.
That would be more logical. I think she would do that, even though I prefer the pretty light lay.
Okay, so as the walls have come up, the walls come down. And you guys are now everything is black, except you can still see the horrendous Valentine pattern on the floor and ceiling and on the far walls.
Yay, we broke it.
But there's no lights going on at the moment, so like the walls were lit, but now there's the walls on the side. So yes, yeah.
So we're in complete darkness, mostly, again, and there's no telling where the actual exit of this maze was supposed to be?
No.
Ooh.
Awesome.
You said bring it down.
I know what I said, and I take it back. Bring the walls back up and light the path.
If it lets me, this system...
We have lights on our Omni tools.
Yes, but it's still... Let's try.
You gonna wander around this whole room, Elfest, using your little baby Omni-tool flashlight to try to find the needle exit in this haystack?
Yep, why not?
Go for it.
Hold on.
Okay, bye.
Hold on. This one has an idea.
Yes, Bob.
I turn on the light on my Omni tool and start.
For additional light.
You glow.
Yes, very observant of you. However, this one obtained the Corsica collection. Tides of Seduction, the galaxy's celebrated toy calendar. We can use each toy, which has a flashlight on it. Would you like to?
Yes.
I can open the box.
On the collector value.
Bobmondian opens the calendar box, picks days, and assigns each a toy that has bright lights. And just slight vibration with like bright lights shining across the room.
You create this little nexus of light across the whole floor of the room, and I think you realize that you all are still standing in front of the large block of elevators. So the only part of the room that you can't see now, at least a little bit, like it's a huge room. The lights don't go that far, but you guys can't see what's behind the elevators, because that's the only other piece of like furniture, that's the only piece of the architectural implement that's actually there, physically there. You can now see that basically the room is empty. So either, well, if you guys want to figure out what that might mean, I would suggest like an insight check or a perception check or something like that, if anybody wants to. If you don't care, you don't have to.
Ooh, I have perception.
You have perception.
Wow.
7!
Those are some pretty hearts on the floor, Elfest.
Oh my god.
They match the hearts on your boxers.
Ooh, you can see those?
I pull the toga down as much as I can.
Yes, the omniscient narrator who's floating over your heads.
Yeah, you forgot your pants.
No, the toga's too short. I picked the wrong one.
Is anybody else doing an insider perception roll?
Listen, I came here with brawn, not so much with the brain. So no.
Brain? Okay. We'll give it a crack.
Oh. You got a 2 and perception's 5, so 7.
There's some pretty hearts on the ground.
Fuck it, we'll try. All right, I got a 19.
Okay. So I think as you're looking around, you've had. Was Bob going to roll something as well?
Yes, this one was going to roll.
I see in the chat that the last donation we had was for advantage rolls for the PCs.
Ah! If I miss a donation that is supposed to be like advantage or something, please do let me know. So yes, somebody has an advantage to kind of tuck in their cap for whenever. Bob, what did you roll?
13.
Okay. So I think you figure out that, there's a whole section we can't see. And so I think maybe you kind of float around to take a look. As Nadira, you are working out. You are a veteran. You have worked these things. And I think you figure out, based on what you are seeing here, that this is probably procedurally generated. And so nothing had loaded yet, because you guys were supposed to continue, to find your way through the maze.
Fuck.
And sort of prompt things as you go. And so because you guys haven't moved, the program running the labyrinth isn't doing anything. This isn't like a game of, this isn't like a war game or an exercise where people are already set up. It's goes as it goes.
It's still an early release.
What you're saying is we're just too good.
Yes, that as per usual, I come up with a plan. And my dear darling players go, let's do this over here.
Can I wear it as a suit?
Yeah, right. Can I wear it as a suit? Exactly. Yeah. Yep. You figured that out. You figured out that you haven't gone around the elevator. What are you doing?
I'm gonna throw the toy.
You're gonna throw it where?
Yes, what toys are we throwing?
At Elfest, right?
Okay.
The one that Bobmondian handed, because it's apparently a light and it vibrates, so she figures she's going to chuck it just so it can, go away and be a target or something. Because it's probably trapped.
The maze hasn't generated yet. There are no traps.
So if it's, motion sensors, then I'm going to chuck it.
Okay.
I don't know. I've been living in this store for years.
Have you?
I mean, I've been working here for years, and there's all sorts of weird shit that you don't expect.
Living?
Yes?
Hey, I would like a luck roll, please, Leah.
You would not fucking believe that I just got a 20 again.
Jesus Christ on a bike. That's not on this floor. There are no bikes on this floor.
I'll have what those dice are having.
Right?
She got those dice on floor 34.
Clearly. Cleverly weighted. Yes. Yeah. Okay. In this case, what does a nat 20 mean? I think in this case, you toss the toy across the floor, and from one far wall, a fireball erupts and flies across the floor where the toy, over top of the toy. It doesn't do anything to the toy, and disappears at the other end of the room. And so you successfully set something off, and your luck was that it didn't hit you.
Holy shit. Well, great.
Okay, there were traps.
See?
What kind of shopping center is this? Is this normal for the Citadel? Because we don't have this on Ilium.
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
No, it's normal for Tamarus.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Working here is an adventure.
Woo.
Yes, this is true. Okay, what are you guys doing?
Lailisi, would you like to throw the rest of these toys?
Okay, sure. I mean, you guys, you have arms, or noodle. What? The hammer. What is that? An arm?
Tentacle.
Tentacle. I think.
Tentacle.
Okay. Well, you got
technicals.
Are we throwing more things? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would like.
Awesome.
I would like luck rolls from everybody.
That was a 6.
The tree, what is this? What is this? 20s and 2s.
I rolled a 1.
All right, somebody make use of this advantage we got. Bob, what did you get?
This one would like to use an effort point
Okay.
of encouragement. We all make mistakes.
Tink says we've got 10 advantage rolls.
Oh my god. All right, I'm using one.
Okay.
Oh, then this one will use an advantage roll.
I crit.
Hell yeah.
That's another 20.
Okay, Nadira's critical success triggers an avalanche of heart-shaped arrows to another part of the room, completely missing you guys. What does Bob get on their advantage roll?
19.
19! Ditto. This time they're flaming heart-shaped arrows. I think Bob has to slightly sway out of the way to miss one of them that's a little bit too close. What about Elfest?
I will save my advantage for later.
Okay, all right. So the crit fail.
Oh my
The crit fail. The heart-shaped floor opens up beneath you, and you fall into a spike trap. It is a simulated spike trap, granted, but this is a very high-tech holodeck. So I would like you to take 10 points off of your shields.
Can I, against Nadira's better judgment, because she thinks this would be kind of funny, out of instinct, try to catch Elfest's arm and keep him from falling into the trap?
You can try, yeah.
Bob would also like to try, since they are a meatball and are quite strong.
Okay, you can both roll, sure.
Lailisi will keep watch. Okay. Acrobatics? What do we allow?
Yeah, probably acrobatics, yeah. That would make sense to me.
16.
Okay. Yes.
18.
Okay. You each grab, I don't know if one of you grabs a leg and one of you grabs, I mean, Bob, you could grab multiple limbs, depending on how this is going.
Noodle.
However this is working, Elfest, you now find yourself suspended above a spike trap with limbs akimbo held by tentacles and the Asari hands.
Ah, my joints. Hurt so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good.
I drop him again.
Sometimes love don't feel like it should.
Be more careful.
The floor closes back up.
But, can you not be so slickery, Hanar?
Oh, Lord.
You truly have the voice of magic.
And Elfest, you can safely be put back down on the floor. Lailisi.
Want a snack?
Okay, what? Oh, God.
Snack. I found these eggs. They're kind of weird and plasticky, but
No, don't, not for eating.
they're not?
No.
What? They're eggs. You eat eggs.
I pop one in my mouth.
Nope.
And
Ah,
Metallic and vibraty.
Did you break that with your teeth?
Yeah.
I spit it out.
Doesn't taste very good.
you don't say.
Oh, maybe they're grenades.
So you were gonna eat it if it was a grenade?
That sounds right.
No, I thought it was an egg. But if it's a grenade, I can tie it to my Cupid arrows, and we can shoot them, and they'll go boom,
Okay, that is a decent plan.
like Rambo. Anybody have rope or something to tie eggs to arrows with?
I have a whip.
Is that one activated, though, that you just chewed on?
Not
anymore.
anymore.
I think if it didn't explode, it's probably not a grenade.
Right.
It vibrated before it broke. It went blah, 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 blah.
Oh, God.
Oh. Anyway, there's traps in the floor,
Yeah, good to know.
so that's cool.
Well, I have strawberry sauce. Maybe that will make it taste better next time.
Are you guys gonna...
Move at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta move from this spot, because trapped.
I would love to walk around to the other side of the elevator bank, please.
Congratulations, you do! Well done! Oh, you moved! Way to go!
You moved.
Lordy-loo.
45 minutes in, we've taken a single step.
You guys make it around the elevators without setting off any more traps. And as you come around, you see the avatar of the Asari again.
Yay!
Her outfit has changed slightly. It's now got a little bit more of like a Queen Nefertiti sort of bent. The toga's a little longer. She's got like this crown of like a laurel crown with hearts. Again, this is Tamaru's. Nothing makes sense. Nothing is accurate. Yeah, yeah. She sees...
Would you say she's Laurel and Hardy?
Yes, actually I would. Thank you for finishing the pun that I didn't intend. I love you. You're great.
Hi, Toga Twin.
So you guys come around. She sees you coming, and she smiles, says, "Congratulations on solving the labyrinth. Welcome to the second stage of our game. In this stage of the game, you will answer trivia questions about romance through the galaxy. These questions were provided by none other than our own Tamaru."
Do the lights come back on?
The lights have not come back on, no.
All right, tell me about this trivia. We're gonna win. We're gonna win this one for Bob.
You will answer a total of 6 questions. Question number 1. What are the names of the main characters in the famous romantic sim, Fleet and Flotilla?
Do we have to buzz?
As you say this, 4 little podiums appear out of the ground with little buzzers on them.
Whoa.
Warning. Failure to answer correctly will result in debuffs for the upcoming battle.
Battle?
I sigh and slam down on the buzzer.
Wait, wasn't it Flea and Tilla? Or Flo and T?
Ooh, I'd like a floaty.
Hyrax and Sarvaer narcolepsy.
Narcolepsy?
A very loud bell rings through the floor. You have answered correctly. Please take one of the following options. And a large basket appears projected in front of the podiums. And there are a number of like heart-shaped boxes with glittery bows and stuff tied on them.
Ooh, presents.
Okay, I grab the biggest one.
Okay. You will be able to open these boxes at the end of the game.
Okay, and I'm gonna put it down next to me at the podium.
Second question. What was the Turian classic quoted at Commander Shepard and Legate Vicarian's wedding?
Shit, I slammed down on the buzzer again. The Starlight and the Seeker. Author isn't known. It's from the Adrianus edition, or not Rex, Reddit.
Ding, 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 ding. Please select another gift.
It's nice.
I'm so ashamed of myself.
Hey.
Are you sure wasn't using ointment to prevent chafing?
Author Morden Solus.
I take the next biggest gift and I place it directly atop the gift that I have.
Well done, players. The third question is, what is the name of the legendary Asari consort who works on the Citadel? Oh, a challenger appears.
Oh.
Shaira.
My
Ding, 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 ding. Please select a gift.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm going for the one that's closest to me.
Okay. The fourth question. Who voted the galaxy's most eligible bachelor 4 years running by Extranet Weekly? Yes.
Aiden Alenko.
Ding, ding, ding. Correct. Please select a gift.
Oh my god.
Incorrect. Wrong.
Incorrect?
Only if you like a block of wood.
It is factually correct, Elfest. It was 2183 through 2186, and then again in 2188. It wasn't awarded in 2187 because the relays were down and the magazine wasn't published, but some people are divided on the legitimacy of the claim.
I thought he blew up.
No, he didn't blow up. And, Nadira, I'm impressed.
Nadira's face is just very quickly getting very, very, very red.
Or purple, as it is.
And she remains very, very, very tense.
Oh, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Sure.
I will be fine. You can't tell anyone about this. Okay?
I don't even know who you are. Who would I tell?
Great. No one. That's the deal.
Okay.
All right, when I meet Ulysses, I'll be sure to tell him.
Fuck.
Next question. What is the name of the folio of love poetry that took the galaxy by storm after the war, published posthumously by the late Krogan author's Asari lover?
Bzz. Blue Rose of Ilium.
Correct.
It was written by Char.
Ding ding.
Or Tar.
He perished on deployment to Utuku.
Please select another gift.
Rest with the ancestors. And I take the next biggest gift and put it on my little gift pile.
Next question. What is the colloquial name and what are the ingredients for the bright blue Turian cocktail that is served on fire?
It's flaming grossness. I did not buzz in.
You didn't buzz.
Damn.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't react.
Oh.
You didn't buzz.
After waiting an appropriate amount of time.
Okay. So, colloquially translated as the Heartbreaker, Rican Flechao, Nicostratus, the Vicarian, Fluorescente, poured over rock salt, and set ablaze.
Correct. Please select.
Well, you were mostly right. Some people are calling it the Carrion.
I said that.
Oh, you did?
I just really high pitched. Maybe you didn't catch it.
I did not catch it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, have a drink.
I need one.
If I find one, I get you one.
I have a drink. I have this stuff here.
I don't want anything you...
It's kind of slickery, but it tastes like strawberries.
Oh no no
I
no
want
no
nothing
no,
you
no.
have.
Oh.
Oh, God. Oh.
It says it says it. You can eat it.
No, but non-talk.
Yeah, it is rated for some sort of consumption. Anyway, I should have more faith in you. Sorry. Not you, Elfest. Solarian girl. I have more faith in you. I have no faith in Elfest.
Oh,
Okay, I grabbed this gift.
Final question. The Alliance brought a poet on a charting mission, and she named a planet. What is that planet called?
I buzz in. Amaranthine.
Hashtag.
Sophia Cabral wrote it. Named it while she was on the surveyor ship Coupe.
Somebody did their homework.
You're really purple.
I have a deep well of knowledge, okay?
you're pretty smart.
I am well-rounded. Sorry. No, I
Is Booble giving you the answers?
I can't. I memorized all the planets when I was younger. It was something that was a really big deal for me. School was, really celebratory and it was a big accomplishment. And then, sure, I watched the wedding when it was played and maybe I had a little party at my apartment and maybe I have a commemorative glass from it and I am going to go home and drink heavily out of it. Please do not tell anyone about this.
Again, I'm not going to. I don't know who you know.
Oh, okay. At least you live long enough to be able to do things like that. Vorcha don't live very long, so we have to, we can't waste our time on shit like that.
You ate an egg that you thought was a grenade. Of course you don't live long.
Well, all I'm saying right now is thank goodness.
This one may not tell anyone. They may paint and share with everyone.
Oh God, please don't.
Do it.
How long do Hanar live? Do Hanar die? Are they immortal?
No.
Or do you, become something else? Are you like a larva and you'll, go off and cocoon yourself into, some web thing and then grow wings and be a beautiful, flutter thing?
Can we open our presents now?
Please open your gifts. Congratulations on finishing the game.
Moran. Bobmondian, can I give you one of these? Would you like one?
Please, thank you.
Okay.
That was very generous, Lailisi.
Which one?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch an Elfest by the toe. If they holler,
Hey, I only have, 8.
push them off. Eeny, meeny. Right.
Okay. Here you go.
I just tossed Bob my smallest one.
Okay, I need to know who's opening what.
Bob is going to sneak the small present and nudge Elfest with it on their back.
Thing's touching me!
Please, just take it.
Oh,
I grab what is being offered.
Okay, are you tearing into it?
I will carefully unwrap it.
Okay, so Elfest, you open up the sort of palm-sized box, and inside you find something that. How on earth would I describe this to someone who would have no idea what it was for? Well, so part of it looks a lot like a very large Christmas light, which you would have seen plenty of
around Tamaru's over the last, like, during the Christmas season. So, and like quite a large one.
Does it have a flared base?
It sure does. The other half is this Christmas light, but it's not attached to anything. And it's glass like a Christmas light was, but it doesn't seem to have like a light on the inside. It's just a solid piece of glass that sort of looks like a Christmas light with a flared base.
Award! It's an award you can put on your desk.
It's quite heavy too. It's pretty solid. Yeah.
It's a club.
What's getting opened next?
I'll tear open mine.
Okay. So you open a quadcopter drone. Your second gift is a very nice, very soft, and very strong coil of black rope. And your third, the biggest one, it kind of looks like, depending on the gym you go to, sometimes they have like these big foam blocks that you can sit on or that you can use to like support yourself in a stretch or something. So it's quite large. It's sort of this semicircle thing that you could sit on, but it's got little leather straps at the base and something at the top that, well, you don't exactly know what it is, but there's this little something on the top of the arch. It's adjustable.
Little?
That was a big box.
It was a big box, yes.
I flush purple again because I absolutely know what that is.
Lailisi, if you wear that, we will maybe look like twins.
I would need like 5 of them. I'm sorry. I don't want to wear it.
Lailisi, you receive a gorgeous leather whip.
Now you have 2 whips.
I've got 2 whips.
Exactly.
Dual wielding.
As well as, it looks like a clockwork toy that like will waddle forward. It's sort of like this robotic eye. And it comes with a little instructional manual that says, do not wind unless you are ready.
Wind it up.
Nope, don't touch.
And the final box, Bob, you get something. Okay, so if you take one of your tentacles and you make it a little thicker, and then you like make it double-ended, and it's really wobbly.
This one already has one of these.
So you have 2.
It looks like your noodles.
This one doesn't want to appear ungrateful, but...
After you guys have opened all of your gifts, the Asari Cupid has been just smiling serenely at you the entire time, and then eventually says, "Thank you for playing. For the final section of our game, you must defeat..." I had a name for it and it's gone right out of my head.
George.
Excuse me. I haven't gotten that drink yet.
You must defeat the monster of St. Valentine's. And you hear from the far end of the floor this mechanical...
You have been listening to I Should Roll, Cupid's Labyrinth Episode 1, Trivia Night, featuring the voices of Amanda Cotter as Nadira Tamai, Hans Cummings as Elfest, Maria Damianou as Bob, Lea Lawson as Lailisi Olani, and Kaya Renwick as everyone and everything else. Music and sound effects are used under Creative Commons or royalty-free licenses. For the extended credits, please see the show notes. And for more information, please visit ishouldroll.com. Find us everywhere on social media at I Should Roll, and don't forget to leave us a review. I Should Roll is an Intergalactic Improv Initiative production. This fan podcast is a transformative work and is not affiliated with Electronic Arts or BioWare. Thank you for listening. Have a lovely day.